Get that yawn out.
It's
man.
out. It's out.
Yowza. Unhinge the jaw. Loading in the hoagie. That's what it looked like. Anyway. Hi. What's up today?
Nothing.
Okay.
What do you think is more romantic than a picnic?
Doing this show.
Oh, it's pretty romantic.
Pretty romantic. Getting to hang out with you every morning. Lots of time together. Pretty good. You're pretty craving. You're craving a picnic.
I want a picnic.
I know you do. Hey, it's Wednesday, April 23rd. The NFL draft kicks off tomorrow.
That's right.
Woo!
That's right.
Let's go, Ashton Janty.
If he was going to pick the best team, he would pick the Vikings. But I don't think we need whatever his position is.
Running back.
We don't need him.
Right.
Because we've got Jefferson and we've got Addison.
I would love to see Ashton go to
the Bengals.
I think that would be really cool. There is a good chance he ends up in Denver, which I'm not mad about. If he does end up in Denver, he goes from being a Boise State Bronco to being a Denver Bronco.
That's kind of lame.
And I'm not super upset about that.
Yeah, but if you were that person, I wouldn't want to be a Bronco.
Joe Burrow's that person. His high school was a Tiger. His college was the LSU Tigers, and he's a Bengal. He's been Tiger the whole time.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes that works out.
Hey, read a book, or write a book, or join a book club, or look at a book, or drop a book on your foot.
What's that last one about? I don't want to do that.
Don't do that one. It's book day. Read a book.
Okay.
Books are great. Books are amazing. Go check out the library.
Okay. I tried a new wake-up routine. How'd you like it?
I hated it.
Okay. You did a weird thing in the passenger seat last night. You want to explain yourself?
I will in the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah,
sounds good. Sounds good.
Hey, remember chicken roll-ups?
Oh, I remember. Do you remember?
I remember. Senior pranks, senior splashin', and a high school fight song.
How's yours go?
Really high, we're the kind that never die. As the bobcats go marching
That's
along.
not your fight song.
Yeah, it is.
That's so not it. But you felt like it might have been for half a second. That is not it. Oh, man, that's not it.
I bet it is.
No way. Burley High School fight song.
I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, indeed. Moving on. Fortnite has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bad guys now.
It's so cool. Like, I'm half tempted to buy the whole set.
Then buy the whole set.
I don't want to buy the whole set.
Okay,
I don't
then
play
don't buy the whole
Fortnite enough.
set.
You know what I want is all
What?
my old toys. That's what I want.
Yeah,
I
that'd
want
be
the
cool.
original toys I had. I had soccer playing Raphael, and he had a leg you would wind back and it would lock in place. And he had a button on his back, and he came with a soccer ball that was Foot Soldier's head.
Oh,
it was awesome. It was very good. I like that guy.
Let's see what else. We had some weird neighbors that love to play the same song really loud on repeat.
Bam, 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 bam.
Slip
That one.
Scissor-pin Marad. Some high school prom reminiscing.
Oh, very nice.
I had a moment with my grandma yesterday.
It's precious.
And the Ice Bucket Challenge is back.
We are Josh and Chantel. This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. At one point, you might remember the name of the show.
Or my fight song.
Or that.
Or my name. Or
Who are you?
anything. I don't know. I can't remember.
All right. Enjoy today's show. Today comes up every year, and I go, I am going to... That sounded silly. I understand why you laughed. You're like, yeah, no kidding. You mean April 23rd comes once a year?
Every year?
Yeah. Oh, weird. No, I get why you laugh. That makes sense. That's a laughable comment.
Okay.
But here's what I was trying to get at: is that today is National Picnic Day, and it comes up every year. And I tell you about it, and you go, "I want to go on a picnic." And then the year goes by, and then it comes back around, and I go, "You know what today is? It's Picnic Day." And you go, "I want to go on a picnic." So guess what today is?
Picnic Day.
Hey, it's Picnic Day.
Take me on a picnic.
See,
bro.
there it is.
You even bought a picnic basket.
Well,
nice, cool picnic basket.
It's not exactly a picnic basket. It is a picnic set, which is really nice. It's got a little table. It's perfect for a charcuterie.
I know it is.
And an afternoon in the grass.
Yeah. And maybe like a sleep.
Sure.
A nap.
A pick nap.
Yes. Take me on a picnic, bruh.
Why, brah?
Because that's what the kids are saying these days.
Well, that's not us, though.
No, but it could be.
Oh, bruh?
Bruh.
Take me on a picnic, bruh. You see what it sounds like?
Sounds cool.
Take me on a picnic, bruh. It's just noise.
Take me on a picnic, please.
Yeah.
Dear love of mine. Is that better?
That's nice.
Okay.
Dear love of mine. That sounds. You're getting a little bit. Do you romanticize it? Is that the deal? Is it romantic?
The picnic?
Yeah.
Maybe.
In your
possibly.
head, do you see like some sort of Jane Austen scene while you're having a picnic?
No, I was definitely not thinking about that.
Are you sure?
Definitely not.
I feel like that's what's in your head.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like there's some meadow.
Yeah.
And there's maybe a tree out in the meadow and you're underneath it and someone arrives on horseback.
No, I don't need that part. What I need is a blanket.
Yeah.
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
Snacks.
That's what charcuterie is.
I know.
Okay.
Dessert, maybe of some kind.
Oh. Why'd you wink at me?
And then a nap.
And your wink was slow. You were like, a dessert, like tiramisu, you know?
Tiramisu, yes.
See?
That's my favorite.
Or you're like, or some kind of cheesecake.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Because my last hurrah.
And then a nap.
And then a nap.
Outside. Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
Yeah.
I'll never have it.
Oh.
I'll never go.
I mean, come on now. Happy picnic day. I'll work on it. It probably won't be today.
It's not going to be today.
There's
I'm
other
not gonna
things going on today.
Hold my breath. Do you even know where the picnic basket is?
Are
Nope.
you asking if I know where my picnic set is when you say picnic basket?
Yeah,
or are
I
you
keep
talking
saying
about something else?
Picnic basket, but I meant set. You know what I meant?
It's not a basket. Like when you say, again, are you romanticizing a wicker basket with little flaps that open up and there's like a loaf of bread sticking out of one end?
No.
Like a baguette with fancy cheeses?
I wasn't. But I do like a baguette and fancy cheeses.
Here we go. Tomorrow is a pretty big day. I think tomorrow evening we have the NFL draft starting up.
Yes,
which is kind of a big deal. I know we're trying to watch and see what happens with Boise State's Ashton Jeanty. He is expected to go to somewhere in the NFL in the first round. There's a lot of mock drafts out there that people have him going to several different teams.
What did he say? Do you remember
Who,
what
our
he
son?
said? No.
Or Ashton? Ashton Jeanty said why, when asked why he should be picked, he said something to the effect of, I'm not doing the exact quote, but he said something to the effect of, I would pick the guy that no one can tackle.
That no one can catch.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
Meaning himself.
Yeah.
He's like, if you're looking to figure out who to pick, I'd pick the guy no one can catch or tackle or whatever he said. But anyway, the NFL draft starts tomorrow. Los Angeles Rams will be making a little bit of history. They'll be conducting their draft from the Los Angeles Fire Department Air Operations. The setup will shine a spotlight on the first responders who bravely protected the city and honor them for their heroic work during the wildfires in January. As an added bonus, the Rams have donated nearly $2 million to fire relief efforts, and they will renovate the rec room at that location, which is kind of cool. So doing a little bit of good, and they're not going to be where the draft is happening. They're going to be doing it remotely, which I think is interesting.
Stafford. Isn't that Matthew Stafford is their quarterback?
I think you're right. Yep. I think that's right.
It's been too long.
I know. It's been a minute, right? There's always a little drama going on around the NFL draft as well. One source of that drama is figuring out who should and will show up at the draft to be there in person when names are called. Like an Ashton Jeanty, for example. Will he be at the NFL draft to walk up on stage with his new team jersey? Probably likely.
Yeah. Who's the guy that won the Heisman this year? I always forget his name. Hunter. Travis Hunter?
Something Hunter. Quarterback Jackson Dart, who played at Ole Miss, planned to travel to Green Bay for the festivities, but changed his mind and has decided to not attend.
Why?
Even though he is projected as a late first-round pick.
Really?
He didn't give a reason for changing his mind, but it could be that he didn't want to risk being the last man standing and not getting selected by a team on day one of the draft, and then he'd be standing there like on camera, not being a first draft pick.
Can you imagine?
So I know, right? So we'll see. I don't know who's going to be there, who's not going to be there.
It sucks being picked last, and if it's on a national stage, I don't blame that guy. I wouldn't go either.
Travis Hunter was correct. That is the name of the Heisman Trophy winner.
He's a quarterback, though, isn't he?
No.
Oh.
He plays he's a double duty player. So he plays an offensive position and a defensive position.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it is definitely going to be very interesting to see what happens, but it all kicks off tomorrow. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of new rookies to look at, which will be pretty great. And it does run. There's a couple of days. There's 3 days, I think, of it. So it's
moly.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's too many days.
For all 3 rounds.
That's too many days of NFL draft, bruh.
And then you'll have, what do they call the very, very, very last person picked? Mr. Irrelevant?
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a new one.
There always is, I guess, every year.
Every year. Yeah.
Oh, and then I'm going to feel sad for that guy, and then I'm going to root for him.
You're going to feel bad for the person who just got drafted in the NFL?
Right, but the last one, I always feel sad for the last one, because it was Brock Purdy for a while, and I was like, well, now I got to watch the 49ers. And then I didn't, because
the 49ers?
Because, ew.
Yeah, see? How quickly you get right back into it. You're like, I haven't been into it. I don't know, guys, I can barely remember. And then smack, you're right back there with all the
quickly
trash.
I'm like, oh, I like the underdog story.
Yeah.
And then I go, ugh.
Yeah. I got to put that raccoon back in hibernation. Go away. It's not time yet.
There's
Go back to sleep.
A lot of emotions when I watch football.
Go back to sleep, raccoon.
No, you brought her out.
No. Go away.
Here I am.
No. I don't like the voice of it. Nope. Let's talk about some good news to get you going this morning. A group of volunteers in Vancouver, British Columbia came together to give a woman battling cancer a home makeover, which is really, really special. That's the kind of the summary of the story here. Student Works Painting is a company that trains young painters while also giving back to the community. So nearly 40 painters rolled up their sleeves to scrape, sand, prime, and apply 2 coats of a really nice cream-colored paint all around Andrea Mundy's home. The project brought joy and togetherness to her and her 4 children. They helped pick out the colors. When we saw it after it was done, it just looks so clean, Andrea said. Something as simple as paint just changes the whole look of everything, which it really does.
That's
you want to spruce up a room? Splash some paint.
Yep.
Looking ahead, Student Works Painting will continue making a lasting difference in the communities that they support. This is from Tomoki Akumura, who is the district manager for Student Works Painting, who said, it's a bit more than just a painting business. We want to obviously be a bigger part of it and show that affection to the community more than just painting houses, which I think is really cool.
That's so nice.
Yeah, what a great little organization, though. I mean, they're doing some teaching. They're showing some people how to be professional painters while also saying, hey, we got to paint stuff.
Right.
So let's go actually paint some houses and get that experience, and that's pretty cool. So really, really great.
Oh.
Nice little story.
Yeah, that is nice.
And it's good.
Sprucing up somebody's house, making her feel good when she's down and out on her luck.
Right. Exactly.
Very nice.
That's right. It's good news to get you going.
Hey, it's World Book Day.
Is it?
Yep.
So you should grab a book and do some reading? Is that the idea? Or
yes.
Should you make a book or write a book?
Do whatever you want.
All right.
You can make one. You can write one. You can read one.
Okay.
You can look through pictures of one. Get a book. Check it out. You could check it out from the library even.
Sure. You could.
A third of people haven't read a book in over a year.
I have read a book within a year.
Good job, Josh.
I've read more than one book within a year.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
I got to say, I I love to read. I've always loved to read. Lately, though, not lately, but I guess last year, the last couple of years, I lost interest in reading, and it made me kind of sad. I would pick up a book, and then I think what happened was I was a part of a book club, and they wanted to read books that I just necessarily wasn't interested in.
Genre-wise, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then, and each of us took turns picking a book. And so there were like 3 books I didn't care to read in a row. And I was forced to read that. Not forced.
No, but if you want to participate in the book club,
obligated to read that.
Obligated is a good word, yeah.
And so I read them, and it was misery because I didn't like the books. And I was like, why am I doing this? And then I was reading some books of my own. I was picking them, and I was like, I got to read this. Everybody has been talking about this book for a really long time. I've got to read this. And I picked it up, and I would read it, and I hated it. And then there was like this obligation inside of me to finish the book, even though I didn't enjoy it.
I get you.
And then I watched something. Somebody was like, you don't have to finish that. Like, you can just stop. And I went, what? That's a thing?
Well, yeah.
Like, it never occurred to me to just stop reading something that you're not enjoying.
The first episode of a show and you don't like it, you abandon ship.
I know.
You don't stick with it. So that's fine. I was going to say, you have talked about these silent book clubs. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Where everybody reads their own book that they want to read, but it's more about the social aspect of getting together and having that, that time together with friends. And then everybody kind of just reads for a little while or whatever. Or you get together socially and talk about the book you're reading.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody might be piqued to say, hey, well, when you're done, can I borrow that? That sounds very interesting. I might like to read that.
Right.
And I like that idea.
I do too.
Way more than let's all read the same book, because let's all read the same book feels like English class.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, absolutely.
I hated having to read stuff in English class. I didn't want to
read.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have found this year my passion for reading again because...
Oh, your passion. Your energy.
Yeah, my passion, my energy. Because I'm picking books that I actually want to read, and I'm like knocking them out because I'm like, this is a book that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And I like reading this, and I'm enjoying myself.
I think that makes a huge difference if you're reading something you actually enjoy reading. Yeah.
Right. Because I have an English teacher friend, and she said that she tells her students who say, oh, I hate reading. No, you don't. You just have been always forced to read books you haven't wanted to read.
Right.
So she helps her students pick out their book genres.
Yeah. Let's find your genre. Let's find your author.
And then she's found that her students are like, oh, I do like to read. I like graphic novels, or I like romantic literature.
Sure.
And I love that.
Yeah, I think that's important. That's a big deal. That's why I'm in full support of the silent book club thing. I think that's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Well, happy book day.
Happy book day. Read a book. Ooh, also, side note, Emery mentioned last night that she and I should join a book club.
Okay. Just the two of you?
Just the two of us.
And read the same thing or what?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we like similar things.
Okay.
So I'm like, let's do it. She likes a little historical fiction. So do I.
Okay.
So we might just do that ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Sounds great.
A 2-man book club. 2-girl book club. Look at us go.
All right.
Who's bringing the snacks?
Probably
me.
you. I thought I would try something new.
Yes.
I don't think it went well.
One, did you even hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's the deal. We have like smart speakers throughout the house, and we have one in the bedroom. And I thought, I know this thing is capable of doing some stuff. So I spent some time yesterday evening looking at different automation things I can make it do. And I know that there's a way that you can make it like wake you up. Like you can use it as an alarm clock for sure. But I know you could set up these sort of routines, and so you can have it at a specific time. It can, tell you the weather, or read you the news, or whatever, or just play some music, or tell you what time it is. Like you can make it do a ton of different stuff.
Right.
And so I was kind of building a routine just to see if it would work to help wake up a little less like, and just maybe if I just had some casual music playing, maybe that'd be a nicer way to wake up. What I would like for it to do is gradually get louder. So I would like it to start really, really low.
That sounds awful.
No, like I'm talking like real quiet.
Okay.
And so it just sort of is a background noise you don't even really notice. And I'm talking over the course of minutes, like over the course of 15 minutes or something, it slowly gets louder. Very, very, very casually gets louder.
Okay.
To where it gets to like, okay, you should probably wake up now. But I'm talking like it's still at only like a 10 or 15% volume. It's real quiet. Real nice way to wake up. Be like the sun just was rising and hit your face. And you're like, I felt that coming and that feels nice. I'm ready to wake up now.
Okay.
That kind of a feeling. That's what I'm going for. It was not that. Played the nice little tone, read the weather, which is irrelevant because I'm not awake enough to understand what it's saying.
Yeah.
It was just talking.
Yep, we need to get rid of that.
And then started the music. And I don't know if I cared for the playlist.
The song was kind of obnoxious to me.
Right. It felt like it was and it was just some.
It was an instrumental.
Yeah. But it felt like it was designed to be an alarm clock that's 3.5 minutes long. It's got a lot of bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Bam, bam,
That's exactly what
bam,
it was.
bam, bam. And I was like, no.
And it was soft, like it was relaxing, but
Right.
it still was annoying.
And you were like, Google, stop. Like it was only played for a few seconds.
It was on for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, I knew like pretty quick you were not into it. So
Who
I'm
gave it
gonna
away?
make some. Google, stop. That's what gave it away. So I'm gonna try to adjust the routine. I'm gonna take out all the talking at the beginning. I don't want the assistant to even say, "Okay, here's the playlist you told me to play." Just do the music.
Yeah, right?
That's what I wanted to do.
I kind of forgot that you had even done that until she started talking this morning
and you're like,
and
"What are
telling
you?
us the
What
weather."
are you
And I was
gabbing?"
like, stop. What is that? Ugh. And then the music started and I went, nope, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Stop this right now.
Yeah.
And I actually, for just a half a second, just laid there like, oh, just try to like it. Like, don't, just give it a minute. Like, maybe it'll be nice and soothing. Nope. I went, no.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to find a different
I didn't even think you had heard it.
Oh, no, I hear everything. Don't give me that look. Like I don't. I hear everything. I only respond to certain things, but I hear it all.
Okay.
You don't believe me?
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, new morning routine, not great.
No.
I'll try again tonight and see how it goes tomorrow.
All right.
You did something yesterday as we were driving around that I've never seen before, and I hope to never. I've never seen that
ever.
ever.
I'm sure
ever.
I have done that before with you.
I have never seen that before.
I've done that before with you.
I've never noticed that that's what you were doing, and it's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It's not that crazy.
It's not the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
It at the moment was the craziest thing I saw yesterday. It was the craziest thing of the day.
It's not even that crazy. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
You were reading me something while you were in the passenger seat of the car, and you opened up the glove box and then held it toward the light from the glove box to read it. And I didn't even realize what was happening. You finished reading the thing, and then when you closed the glove box, it occurred to me you were using that as your light source to read.
Yeah. I've done that before.
And
many
I looked
times.
at you and I said, hey, did you use that light to read that? And you were like, oh, yeah. And I went, because dome lights don't exist. And I hit the button and it was so much brighter. It would have been so much easier to read.
It would have been easier, yeah.
Because you were all hunched over trying to read it in the little dim light coming out of the glove box.
I do that because I feel like a dome light is distracting to the driver.
It
and
wasn't.
for a long time, I used to think it was illegal,
Right.
as many people did,
Right.
to drive with the dome light. Because that's what our parents do. I don't
know
know
where it started.
You've never used I call it a jockey box.
You call it what you want. Glove box, jockey box. People build, what are they called? The things you used to make a shoebox scene
A diorama?
out of. Yeah, people build dioramas in there.
Out of a jockey box?
Glove box.
I've seen that.
Yeah, glove box diorama.
I saw a guy that was looking for a napkin. He was in his sister's car. He was looking for a napkin. He opened the jockey box.
And there's like a whole Lego city or whatever. People are doing all kinds of stuff in there.
I know.
Like, what is this space for?
Napkins.
That's what mine
and
holds.
lights.
Mine holds all of like the paperwork and napkins, and then like stuff for towing things. Yeah, and an air pressure gauge. You know, important things. Anyway, what was that about?
It's just habit.
I've never seen that before.
I've used that light lots of times to read stuff. I've done that so many times. And the fact that that was just second, what's it called?
Nature?
Yes. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. That was something else.
It wasn't that nuts. You're acting like it was like I've never seen that. That's so weird.
I'm not acting like that. That's what it is. I've never seen that. It's so weird.
People do that all the time. Raise your hand if you've done that.
Just you.
Look at all of the people.
Just you. You're the only one. Glove block. You have a dome
Glove
light.
blocks.
Yeah, I'm talking.
I know, but it was too distracting for you while you were driving.
What you did was more distracting than the dome light would have been.
How?
Because I had to ponder that and think, what is happening right now? Instead of a normal behavior like, I got to read this thing. Let me turn on the light so I can read it. That's normal behavior.
That's normal behavior.
Yeah.
What I did.
No.
In the jockey box.
Hunched
glove
over.
Box. Why do you call it a glove box?
Because people put gloves in it. Why do you call it a jockey box?
That's what it's always been called.
No one's putting a jockey in there. Little tiny horse riding guy.
Raise your hand if you call it a jockey box. Look at all those people.
No, just you. I got to look it up.
What are you looking at?
Glove box versus
That's
jockey
what I
box.
just looked up.
It's a colloquialism.
Colloquialism.
That's what I said. In some regions, particularly in the U.S., upper Rocky Mountain states, the term jockey box is used to refer to the glove box compartment of a car. The glove compartment of a car. It's called the glove compartment.
Not in the Rocky Mountain region.
No.
Which is where we live.
Jockey box. Synonymous with glove compartment. Now, raise your hand if you call it a glove compartment. Zero people. Not even anyone. That's what happened. There is a meal that I have eaten a lot of that you make, but haven't made in a long time called chicken rollups. And every time I bring it up, you go, I didn't make it that much.
You think that I made that like every day.
No, but you made it. It was probably twice a month. It was probably every other week on the menu. Along with burger bundles. Yeah.
I knew like 5 recipes.
I know. Burger bundles and chicken roll-ups and spaghetti and lasagna and tortilla soup. That was our week.
Tortilla soup came later.
I'm just saying, like, these were the things. These were the things we ate a lot of. Don't roll your eyes at me. Over at EastIdahoNews.com, they have in their features, yesterday was Tasty Tuesday, and they had an easy crescent roll meat pie. Which I was looking at the video for how they make them that they show here. You take crescent roll dough, step 1.
Okay.
You take your little triangle.
Yes.
And then you stuff it full of meats. And they had this little bowl of chicken here. And I went, they're making chicken roll-ups. Here we go. But they do a chicken. They've got a ham. They've got a mozzarella, a cheddar. And then they added in like rotel. Which I think is interesting. So you get a little bit of a spicy bite.
So if I made those chicken rolls, would you eat those?
What I'm saying is these are a little spin on the recipe that we made a lot of. And I haven't had roll-ups in a couple of years. It's been years now.
Yeah, because I haven't made them because you've given me so much crap about them.
Right.
So,
So if you wanted to make crescent roll
New
meat
ones?
pies, the recipe is at eastidahonews.com.
the recipe I make is like a chicken salad.
Kind of. I would say loosely a chicken salad.
Yeah.
It's not, don't think chicken salad because it's not that. It's not like, oh, a nice picnicky chicken salad sandwich. It's not that.
What is it then? How would you describe it?
The insides,
Yeah.
chicken with some sort of cream of chicken soup mixed
No.
into it. What's mixed into it?
No.
Is that what goes on the outside?
Yeah. So you roll it in breadcrumbs.
Well, what's on the inside?
Okay, hold on. It's chicken.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it's mixed with.
Salt and pepper.
Like a
Tell
chicken
you that.
salad. It's like a chicken salad.
No.
Yes, it is.
No way.
And then you roll it up in your crescent roll, and then you put some butter on top of it, melted butter, like you brush melted butter, dip it in breadcrumbs, and then you bake them.
Right.
And then you dip them. The dipping sauce is like a cream of chicken soup, where you can put, like, you can drizzle cream of chicken soup over the top of it.
It's a pretty bland kind of situation.
It's not bland. It's pretty good.
I'm not saying that it's terrible. I'm just saying it might be better if there was some salsa inside or some surprise. Anyway, here's the deal. Cooked chicken, which, by the way, we're using the canned chicken in it as well. So it wasn't like now I would say if we were making these, I would go get the rotisserie chicken and use that.
Yeah.
Which is going to be better chicken.
I could certainly jazz them up.
Again, okay.
That was early marriage.
Here's what's in chicken salad. Cooked chicken, mayo, celery, onions, lemon juice, salt, pepper, dill, parsley. Then people will add things like nuts, grapes, and fruits.
I think it was just chicken, mayo, salt and pepper, and some onion. I think it was
it's
pretty
real
basic.
That's why I'm like, it's not
the thing is
a nice chicken salad.
My mom used to make that for large groups of people.
Yeah. It feels like it feeds a lot of people because you can just make a ton of filling. The crescent roll things are pretty cheap. And then boom, you got yourself a meal.
And so it was a comfort food because my mom made it like if she had to like make a bunch of food for a funeral or something, she would make that.
Chicken roll-ups.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so then I was like, I guess I'll make this for my family. You're welcome.
I mean, it fed us.
This is why you cook now and I don't. So
Easy crescent roll meat pies at eastidahonews.com. They've got a recipe if you want to kind of make something a little different than what we're talking about.
Meat pie.
I knew you'd like the name.
So
I know.
gross.
You love a meat pie. That's for sure. That is for sure.
There's a bunch of seniors getting close to graduating.
Okay.
And it always makes me reminisce about my own senior days.
Sure.
Did you have any senior pranks?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. Well,
I didn't.
This has been fun to talk about.
I didn't. We didn't. As a class.
Well, as a class, we didn't. And I certainly didn't do anything because I wasn't popular enough to be part of the cool kid club.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Like I've heard the story, and I can't remember if you talked about it, but you had one kid rode his motorcycle through the halls or something.
That was cool.
Yeah, no, we didn't have anything like that happen. That was cool.
Well, okay, listen.
I think he probably got in trouble.
He got in a lot of trouble for that. We all thought it was amazing.
Okay.
But we were young and stupid. What did we know? The adults, the people in charge were like, yeah, that was very dangerous. What were you doing? What were you thinking? What were you doing? He almost did not graduate because of that.
I would imagine that is true.
And then I think some strings were pulled and he was able to graduate. But we were all like, whoa, Dusty.
Yeah. Oh, you said his name. Dusty rode his bike. Look, I don't know that I'm sad that there weren't senior pranks because that's fine. I mean, I don't have a cool story to tell about. Or maybe there were pranks and I didn't know about it.
You just didn't get invited.
And which is fine. I've got my own life. It's okay. I'm not mad.
I feel like you might be holding on to it.
Nope. Nope.
If there were other pranks, I didn't hear about them or they weren't cool enough to remember this far in time.
Have you seen this senior splashin thing that
No.
they're doing?
No.
It's got a couple of different names. One of the names I don't care for, and I'm glad they went with senior splashin instead, is senior assassin, which I don't care for that name. But it's a water gun thing where anyone who's playing this game has a challenge to eliminate another player from the game. And so it's like a sneaky water fight. And I like senior splashin. It's a much better name.
And so all of the seniors bring.
No. This has been going on like through the entire senior year.
Oh.
And like people like have like, let's say we had a group of friends or whatever that were going to do this. And I think there might even be an app involved that like tells you who you have to eliminate from the game. And you have to do it as a surprise because it's a sneaky thing. And so there are people that are like, will get friends involved and they'll be like at an event and they'll be taking a picture with them and they'll have one hand behind their back and someone will hand them the water gun and then and you got eliminated from the game. Yeah, it's sort of a last man standing water gun fight. It's kind of an interesting thing. I've been seeing a lot of that going on, and a lot of people are talking about it from safety points of view, and the fact that like you should be responsible as you play this game, which is absolutely true.
Yeah, of course you should.
And that's why I like the name Splashin so much more. It doesn't have all that aggressive tied to it.
Yep.
Anyway, kind of an interesting thing that's happening in the senior world these days. That was not a thing. We did have. Like toward the end of the year, we had some senior activities that happened. Like we smashed a car to pieces in a parking lot with bats.
For what?
'Cause I really don't know why. And that might have just been for like a crosstown rival football game or something. I don't know why. They had it out there on a tarp and we smashed it. You had to wear gloves and goggles and stuff, and you got to smash up the car with a bat. It's probably a fundraiser or something. You paid a few bucks to take some swings.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
We didn't do that.
We did bonfires. We did
a senior all-night party.
We did the overnighter. That was after graduation.
Correct. Mine was too. I won a towel.
Whoa!
I know.
You still have that towel.
I do still have that towel.
It says 1999 on it. That's an old towel.
And it has a bobcat paw print.
It does have the paw print.
Yeah. Go Burley Bobcats! Woo!
Woo. Such school spirit you got going. Yeah.
I have no school spirit. I didn't have it. I didn't have any then. I don't have any now.
Oh, that's too bad. You should be proud of where you came from.
Sure, I am.
Burley High.
Woot. Rah, rah, and all that.
Do you know your fight song?
Nope.
Did you know it in high school?
Nope.
Oh. All right.
I probably did in high school. Do I remember it now? Certainly not. Nope.
I got mine locked in there.
That was 26 years ago. I can't remember that.
You didn't like sing it at all the games and stuff you went to?
No.
You didn't go to lots of pep rallies and do the thing?
I went to pep rallies. I went to some football games, but I wasn't
or pep assemblies or whatever they called them?
The pep assemblies that you were forced to go to?
That's the ones.
Yeah,
where
I went
you
there.
would sing the fight song.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't sing the fight song. Burley High, Burley High. Burley, Burley, Burley High.
Is that it?
No.
I thought maybe that was it. I was excited. It was simple. It's easy to remember. Everybody can join in. I thought that might have been it.
That's not it. I have
right.
no idea what it is.
Hey, well, sorry for
Do you know yours?
Yeah.
What is it?
Skyline High School. We took the blue from the sky on the bright summer's day and the white from the rolling sea. And yeah.
Emery sent you something yesterday, and you were like, that is cool. Do you remember what it was?
I got to pull it up because she sent it to me in a text.
Yeah, she sent it to both of us in a text.
Just to,
it has something.
Yeah. Fortnite. I remember. So Fortnite has done a collaboration with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was last year that they rolled that out. And so you could get all 4 of the Ninja Turtles, and I think they put Splinter in there as well. I did not get those characters because you had to buy them. And I think it's silly to spend good hard-earned money on skins in a game.
Yes.
Even though we probably buy a lot of V-Bucks for Fortnite.
We do.
Because the kids like it, and it's a good time. It's a fun game. She let me know that they have rolled out a Turtle Foes bundle, which includes Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang. And I'm really super. He's the little pink brain, and then he built a kind of a robot suit that looks like that Cyclopsy guy.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
And they're all part of Shredder's group. The foot soldiers and stuff, and Bebop and Rocksteady. I had both of them as action figures when I was a kid. I never got the Krang. The Krang was pretty cool because it would light up in the belly of the android thing. Anyway, yeah, I saw this and immediately went, that is so cool. Because the Bebop and the Rocksteady look great. And so does Krang, for that matter. But
You're
Bebop and Rocksteady
huge Ninja Turtle
I
fan.
love the Ninja Turtles.
There is a guy that I follow on Instagram who is our age, roughly, and he's just teaching his young daughter, she's about 4, about Ninja Turtles. And his daughter's kind of into it. And now they all have to wear masks everywhere they go.
Did she choose one that she wears all the time, or did she?
I showed you the video.
Oh, that's right. She's Michelangelo.
You were like, good choice.
That's right. That is a good choice. If you like pizza and partying, Michelangelo's your guy.
They all like pizza and partying,
but not as much as Michelangelo.
Okay. Okay, and then I don't know if you ever did this. He said that he used to put a cheese grater over his arm. And
as
be
Shredder?
As Shredder.
I mean, it's kind of a pun.
No. He said
it's also, I mean, he had...
That's what he used as his armor. It looked like a cheese grater.
As a little kid, because you could go all the way through and grab the handle from the inside, it would look like you had the arm...
bands.
Well, he's got spikes that come backwards over his arm. Not a very great armor design, actually, but it's a cool aesthetic. But yeah, so he's got that, and then he's got the size that he fights with, the little fork-looking things.
So now his daughter is walking around with cheese graters on her hands and the mask.
Well, that's just a hodgepodge of characters. I'm all for it.
Doesn't matter.
I like it.
She's
I
Ninja
think it's great. She is TMNT, and I'm into it. I think that's great. I need to go back and watch the movies. I really enjoyed the first couple of movies.
I would watch them with you.
The live action ones?
Yeah. From the 80s, not new ones.
Right.
I would watch.
They're super good.
They're fun.
Yeah.
I'd watch them. I don't think the kids have seen them.
I think...
how many do they have?
Well, the first 3 are the ones that matter.
They have 3?
Yeah, because they did the samurai one.
Okay. I've only seen the first one. Okay, it wasn't from the 80s. It was from the 90s.
Right.
Okay.
Born in the 80s, raised in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
Best
Like
time.
a real goonie.
Like a real goonie. Okay, I didn't know that Corey Feldman did a voice.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're really super cool movies.
Let's go check them out.
Yeah.
Let's get our Ninja Turtle
when
on.
we were antiquing a couple of weeks ago, I saw the original on VHS in one of the booths at the antique store.
You did?
And I was like, man, I'm half tempted right now to pick that up.
We don't have a VCR.
But it's such a cool, nostalgic thing to actually own the VHS of the original.
It's probably still there. You could probably go get it.
I'm sure it is. Don't go buy that before me.
Don't tell people where it is.
I won't. It's somewhere else. It's not in the state of Idaho. Go look elsewhere.
If I ask you who your weirdest neighbor has been, what would you say?
My weirdest neighbor?
Yeah.
I've had some weirdos.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I had when I lived in Phoenix, I had a 3-story apartment, and I had a guy who lived above me he was a strange duck. Yeah, he was probably involved in some organizations that he shouldn't have been.
Oh no.
And he had tattoos that reflected those organizations.
Oh no.
And I just don't he was one of those neighbors that I'm like, I'm going to be kind enough to you to where I don't end up on a list. It was kind of one of those situations. It wasn't real safe. He was kind of an odd guy.
But
I'm
it
trying to
wasn't.
think.
What did he do that was weird?
He just existed.
Okay.
He was nothing like strange behavior. He was like a long-winded talker. And you'd be like, I'm going to listen to this because I don't want to end up on a list. So, right. I don't even remember the guy's name, but he was an odd guy.
He's probably got you on a list.
I hope I'm no longer on a list.
Nah, he's probably watching you.
Probably. He's like, I know that kid.
He's probably our next door neighbor right now.
No.
Secret.
No.
Secret neighbor.
I think I'd recognize him. I think his name was Matt. It's a real strong, generic name. It's probably not his real name.
No, that was not his real name.
Matt.
We used to have a neighbor. I don't know if you remember. We lived in a fourplex when we were young. And they played, it must have been a video game.
Oh, are you, which place? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't think it was a game. I think they just really liked that song.
They just constantly played that one song from ABBA, Dancing Queen. Constantly.
Oh, I was thinking about the Far East Movement one.
They did play that one a lot, too.
All the time.
Like a G6 is what they played.
It was like
and
G6.
ABBA. They played a lot of ABBA, Dancing Queen.
I think they might have just liked those two songs.
Over and over and over.
Yeah. But did they have little kids?
No.
I was going to say, because little kids like that stuff, and they would play it over and over.
No, I think it was just one woman that lived by herself,
and
actually.
she liked Far East Movement like a G6 and ABBA's Dancing Queen.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember ABBA. I remember
like a G6. Like a G6.
But loud. We're talking like crank to 11. Loud.
Yes. To the point where I'd be like, again?
Yeah.
We've
and
already heard
it's
this
still
6 times today.
And you were at home. You weren't working, so you were at home and heard it all day long.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
I don't even think we ever met that woman, but boy, she needs an update on her musical taste.
I don't know. Like a G6 and ABBA's pretty tasteful.
I mean, there are worse things that could have been played for sure, but all day long.
I mean, just the opening notes of this, you just immediately go like, oh, yeah, like that. Yeah, that thing. And you're like, oh, no, Here we go again. Boom, 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 boom.
I told that story to our kids not that long ago.
Yeah. Did Beck remember?
They would randomly... I don't think he remembered, but they would randomly play that song for me after that.
Beck did it all the time. Anytime it came on
Mom,
the radio.
listen to
Got to get that thing on repeat.
There's been a bunch of posts. I don't know if you've seen some of these posts on Facebook and Instagram of proms, high school proms happening. And because it's prom season.
It is.
And we've got a second chance prom happening.
Right. It is coming up on May 17th at the waterfront. The theme this year is Enchanted Forest. We're going to tell you so much more about the second chance prom. It's our 26th annual as we roll into next week. But yeah, that's all coming. And there is a Facebook event if you want to RSVP or get some of the early details, or if you have questions or whatever, reach out there on the Facebook event.
Did you go to prom when you were in high school?
I did. And recently just discovered my senior prom pick.
Ooh, yeah.
I didn't know I had it. I thought the girl that I went with, her name is Angela, I thought she had it.
And you found it.
And I found it, and I went, hey, I do have a copy of that. Now, I only have like a couple of little wallets. I don't have like the 5x7 or any of the big photos. I just have the smaller ones, but that's okay.
Okay.
I still have pictures of that that evening.
Was that your senior prom?
That was my senior prom.
Did you go to any other proms?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I went to a lot of dances.
Whoa, Mr. Popular.
With the same girl, because I had a steady girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
And so from the time I was 16 until senior year, I went to a lot of dances.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I went to prom. Senior prom.
Oh, did you want me to ask? Did you go?
Yeah. I did go.
Oh, Mrs. Popular.
Yeah,
Mrs. Popular.
I only went to my senior one because I didn't get asked to my junior one.
You didn't get asked to prom your junior year.
No.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the boys that I went to high school with.
Did you put yourself out there? Were you like, hey, I'm available and ready to go to the dance?
I feel like people knew that I was available.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like anybody should have known.
Were you walking around with a sign that said, asked me to prom?
No, Josh, you can't be desperate like that.
That's not desperate.
Ew. Yeah, it is
Ew.
desperate.
Ew.
Nobody wants a desperate date.
Wow, I think that'd be fun.
Pick me.
Yeah.
Look over here.
Yeah. Get one of those rotating light helmets. Like, with the little siren light. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And then the sign that said, ask me to go to the dance.
My friend Tom asked me to go to my senior prom.
Uh-huh.
We had a great time.
Good.
He really loved the color purple, and he really wanted to wear a purple tux.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm going to do my best to find a purple dress, but I could not find a purple dress. The closest I could get was a royal blue dress.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that'll be fine.
Huh.
Okay, Tom.
Way to go, Tom.
We had a good time.
Well, good. You and I going to prom? I still have to ask you, don't I?
I still need to be asked.
Yeah. Get that siren hat. Ask me to the dance.
Josh.
Are you available? Are you interested in
I
going?
am pretty available.
Would you like to go? Do I know that you want to go? I mean, it's a work obligation. You got to
Yeah, we have to go.
So, will you come to work with me that evening?
No, that's not how you ask.
Oh, come on.
You got to pick a different. It's got to be better than that.
All right, I'll work on it.
Jeez, please.
Okay.
Do better. Do better, Josh.
You're wrinkling your forehead at me.
Take me on a picnic lunch or something.
Oh, here we go. It's so romantic.
You know how there's smells that remind you of certain things that take you instantly back to where you were?
Sure.
I had that yesterday. I got a brief whiff of a smell that took me instantly back to my grandma's house. Now, my grandma died when I was 8. So I don't have a lot of memories of her house, but this particular smell, I was like in her living room. She loved to watch that soap opera, The Young and the Restless.
Okay.
And so the second I smelled it, I was in her living room with her orange shag carpet and The Young and the Restless theme song. I could hear and smell all of those things. Yeah, it was.
That's really interesting.
Crazy.
Where was the smell at?
At work.
Okay. I mean, like, did someone walk in?
No, I was just walking.
You were walking.
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard, like, not to creep you out, but I've heard that, like, when that happens out of nowhere, it's like because they're nearby, like,
but
spiritually.
It didn't necessarily smell like her. It more smelled like her house.
No, I know. But that's the same thing. Like, she smells like her house.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
fascinating.
Yeah, that's neat.
Hey, Grams.
Yeah. Did you talk to her when it happened?
No.
See, that's the stuff. My mom gets really into that stuff.
Does she?
Yeah, she's really into like those types of things happen and they're like messages or whatever.
Right.
She's really into that kind of thing. I'm kind of like, maybe. I don't know.
Because you don't want to think about it too much because it might creep you out.
It might. And I'm not into the creepies.
I should have stopped what I was doing and been like, hey, Grandma.
And just existed in that minute for a minute. That'd be cool.
That would have been cool.
Interesting.
I know, it was fascinating.
It's so out of nowhere, huh?
Completely out of nowhere. And I could smell it. I could see it. I could hear the sounds.
Was it comforting?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It wasn't like a scary, like, ooh, like a trauma. No. You didn't have a trauma response.
No.
Well, that's nice.
My grandma was pretty cool. She had an Atari before a lot of people had Ataris.
Oh, because your family was rich. I heard about that.
No. I think somebody had bought it for her, my uncle or something.
Yeah, your rich uncle.
She was pretty good at Atari.
Was she?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. What do you know about that?
Well, my grandma was awesome.
Cool.
And the hummingbirds loved her.
Oh, that's nice.
It was nice. And she had a huge garden of gladiolas.
Oh, okay.
And that's a story about my grandma.
I like it. It's a good one.
It is nice.
I'm glad you got a visit, sort of, kind of. Maybe. Ugh,
that would have been cool.
Ah.
I'm not creeped out by it.
Nah, I think it's nice.
Hey, Grams.
What up? Did you say that? Hey, what up?
Hey, what up, Grams? It's been a long time.
And she would go, why are you talking like that? Smack. Would you rather this or that?
Would you rather have a trained ferret that fetches whatever you want, or a trained caterpillar that crawls to any spot you need itched?
Ugh. I'm taking the ferret.
Ew, ferrets are so smelly.
That's fine. It's one ferret, and it's trained to go get me things.
Give me things and then go back to
and
bed.
it's quick.
Okay, that's fair.
The caterpillar, I'm going to be like, I itch, and it's going to be like, doop, 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 doop. And you know what? It's going to itch the whole way it's moving to where it itches.
True. I'm kind of itchy now thinking about it. But then also, he's gonna make you itch all the way to where he's going, and then by the time he gets to where your actual initial itch was,
that sounds annoying.
It's not going to itch anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the ferret. Yeah, my logic is sound.
I know, you make really good points.
Yeah, that's why you're going to take the ferret.
Kind of.
Yeah, I knew it. This is just why I have you explain what you're going to take first? Sometimes. Because I can figure out my logic that quick.
I know, your brain.
For the most part. There are sometimes you stump me and I go, I don't like this. Today it's easy, ferret. Because I don't want that itchy caterpillar.
I kind of don't either. At first I did because I was like, oh, that sounds nice. Because I don't get itched as often as I should.
Here we go. Good night.
But a ferret's not going to be able to carry anything big.
Maybe. What are you trying to make the ferret carry?
I don't know.
So you're taking the ferret?
I'm going to take the ferret.
All right. Would you rather this or that?
Because you got good arguments.
Thanks.
The ice bucket challenge is back.
I heard about this, and I heard about it in the context of Gen Z has brought back the ALS ice bucket challenge, and they've attached it to a new thing, and they're claiming it as their own. And I said, all right, listen, the ALS bucket challenge, ice bucket challenge happened in what year?
2014.
2014. So it's been gone for 11 years. Mm-hmm. It's fine. It's a great challenge. It was a great cause. It still is. We need to make sure we're helping out with ALS. That's what's going on with Bruce Willis. Yeah.
I thought he had.
Yeah, he's got. I think it's.
He's got like a dementia thing.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
I think it's ALS. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. Oh, apparently he's been diagnosed with a specific condition that is FTD, not ALS, but it is AFTD. Anyway, is it Lou Gehrig's? That's what ALS is, right? Anyway, the point is they've brought it back as a new thing, and they're doing it for mental health. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what
Which
I've
is
heard.
a great cause. Great cause.
Absolutely.
Very important. Very today. Very
Cutesy.
modern.
Very demure.
Well, I don't know if mental health is something you want to say is demure and cutesy, but taking care of it sure is.
Absolutely, that's true. When did this come back? Like
very recently,
right?
Like I saw
in the
a
last
thing
couple
yesterday.
Of days.
Yeah, I saw a thing yesterday, and then our daughter was talking about it yesterday, saying some of her friends have done it, and she's like, "We're going to get nominated. I'm going to have to do that thing." And she was like, "I was so happy I didn't get nominated because." The whole point is, doing this thing for the cause.
For awareness, dump a bucket of ice water on your head, you film it, and then you nominate others to do the same.
Right.
While encouraging donations to mental health organizations.
Yeah, great cause. Great cause, again. And it's an easy, fun challenge, and you get to be freezing cold, and it's just in time for summer.
Yeah. You did this.
I did.
You did
I did the ice bucket challenge, and then as a fundraiser for Primary Children's Hospital years ago, I did a pie face challenge as well.
That's right.
Where I had the kids throw pies in my face. And
That's right.
They were a little bit nervous about it, which was funny because I was like, no, really, do it. And then they finally were like, okay, smash a pie in Dad's face. But they were very hesitant.
That's fun. We should drag up those videos.
The videos?
Yeah.
Try to dig them up?
Yeah.
The kids were little then. Holy cow. But anyway, it's back, as you said, and I think that's great. I think it's a fine cause, and I'm not super upset about it. It's not original, but it's been gone for 11 years.
History always repeats itself.
Yeah, goes in cycles, right? So there you go. Do the ice bucket challenge for mental health this go round.
If you want to, don't be pressured into it. If you don't feel
if
like
you're nominated, you're obligated.
No, listen. If your mental health says, I just can't do this, then hey, listen.
Okay.
Listen to your mental health.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Okay.
Don't do it because somebody's forcing you. Don't
give in. If you're nominated, you're obligated.
Don't give in to peer pressure. You're not
obligated. But if you're nominated, you're obligated. I feel like you're trying to set yourself up to be like, nope, I can't do it. I just don't feel like it.
I just don't want to.
Don't nominate me because I'm not going to be feeling it.
I just don't want a bunch of people saying they have to do it and to feel sad because they're, whatever.
I understand. I do. That's going to wrap up the show.
That is going to wrap up the show.
Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early. We'll see you then, 6 to 10. Check out the podcast everywhere podcasts are available. What's it called?
Wake Up Classy 97 with Josh and Chantel.
The podcast.
Is that right?
It's called Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Hosted by Josh and Chantel. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Check it out everywhere podcasts are available. Follow us on socials at Classy97KLCE. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye. See ya. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.